A-Main event for your street stocks here tonight. It's Ryan and Larry Norris. Racing underway. Feature event for your pure stocks here at Central Missouri Speedway with Ryan coming out of turn number 2. Norris on that high side. Evans and Spencer Rife your top 4. And the Bear, Darren Christie. But right now it's Ryan coming into 3 and 4 as your race leader here. On lap number 1, it's Jason Ryan. Ryan, Norris, Evans, Rife, and the Bear, Darren Christie. Helm in the 49 just behind them. In the 21 of Harper. The 185 of J.R. Billings. But back to your leader coming to the 3 and 4. Jason Ryan, your leader. Ryan here on lap number 2. So Ryan, Norris, Ryan starting to pull away a little bit from the field here. Spencer Rife on that high side. Rife with Evans now dropping in the 4th. Good move by Helm now. Helm into the top 5 in the 49. It's the Bear Christie outside of him in the 3. Here comes J.R. Billings. Watch the 185 as he's working his way up through the field. Oh, and then 89 of Evans gets loose up to the top of the track. Loses 2 positions there. Here comes Billings in that 185. Fighting back up into that top 5 with your leader, Ryan, across the front stretch here. Time of 17:07 so far. 17:09 as your leader. Ryan starting to pull away from the field with about a straightaway lead. It's Larry Norris, Spencer Rife, but the 185. Watch out for J.R. Billings. J.R. on the move. J.R. up to 4th now. J.R. Billings, he was outside in the 10th position in row number 5. J.R. up in the 4th now. Keep an eye out on that 185. So your race leaders now coming up into some potential lap traffic here in the next lap or so. But it's Ryan. And now Rife goes to the low side. Battle for that second spot between the 7 and the 53. Just behind them, though, keep an eye out on J.R. Billings at 185. The Bear, Darren Christie. Here's your race leader, though, Ryan, across that front stretch. 8 laps remain. So Rife, Norris, J.R. Billings, Darren Christie, your top 5. Then it's Helm, Joey Harper, Logan Headley, David Sherrills, and Evans, your top 10. Oh, your race leader, Jason Ryan, goes around in turn number 4. Ryan, your leader, with a straightaway lead, goes around in 4. Tough break. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Just 8 laps to go. So that puts Spencer Rife in the lead. Norris, Billings, the Bear, Darren Christie, Helm in that 5th spot now. Then it's Joey Harper, Headley, David Sherrills, Evans, Scott Martin, Gail Harper, Parker Smith, Jimmy Workman, and Jason Ryan. Spencer Rife, your race leader in that 7 car. Here comes the Bear. Christie gets by the Bear, Darren Christie, up into that 3rd spot. Right at Spencer Rife. Norris, the Bear, Christie, and the 185. That's J.R. Billings. And Headley now. Headley now up into that 5th spot. He's a current points leader. This will be 9. Lap 9 this time across, 7 to go. 6 to go. 6 to go this time was Rife. Your leader coming out of 2. It's the Bear. Here comes the 185. J.R. Billings. J.R. Billings side by side for the 2nd spot. With the Bear, Darren Christie goes around in turn number 3. Tough break there for the Bear. 27 on this restart. Keep an eye out on that 185. Here comes Spencer. Green flag flies underway. 6 laps remain. Can Spencer Rife, this would be his first feature win here. Can he hang on? But he has a hot veteran just behind him in that 185, J.R. Billings. So J.R. Headley now up into that 3rd spot. Here comes Logan Headley. Also Helm now. Norris falls back into that 5th spot. Here comes the 27 of Jason Ryan. Watch out for Ryan now. But it's Spencer Rife, J.R. Billings, your top 2. Logan Headley, Josh Helm. As Ryan almost gets up into the wall here in the 27 on that front stretch, trying to work his way up through the field. Problem on Headley in the 23. Helm gets into him, but here comes the 185. Watch out for J.R. Billings. Spencer Reif, J.R., the top two cars. Just 3 laps remain now. Can J.R. work his way around the young driver? Here comes J.R. Billings in the 185. J.R. plus the 7 of Reif as they almost get together. Oh, the 2 of them get together. Oh, your top 2 cars get together in turn number 3 and 4. The 2 cars get together, Reif in the 185 of Billings. Your top 2 as they come around on the restart. Here we go. Just 4 laps remain. So Headley, Helm now tries to move to that low side with Norris behind him. Here comes the Bear, Darren Christie. Watch out for that 3 car, the Bear, as he tries to get side by side with Norris now for the 3rd spot, but your race leader, Headley. Also your points leader as well, Logan Headley, Helm, and now here comes the Bear, Darren Christie. Christie side by side with Norris for that 3rd spot. White flag will come out, I believe, this next time across. Headley, Helm, and the Bear, Christie. Back to Norris and Harper, your top 5, back to your leaders. So Headley, Helm, and Christie, your top 3 as they come out of turn 4. The white flag will come out this time across for your race leader, Logan Headley. Helm and Christie, Norris, Harper, and Evans. Let's see if he can hang on. Logan Headley, this would be his first feature win this season at Central Missouri Speedway. As he comes down the front stretch, it's Logan Headley, Helm, Christie, Norris, Evans, Harper, Gale Harper, Spencer Reif, Jimmy Workman.
We might want to look for some fluids on that last lap. Everybody was skating around really badly. Whether it was
But your winner, we'll get a word in with him, Logan Headley. As he gets up out of the car, Logan Headley, your winner tonight. CNC Auto Glass. And the family meets him down here on the front stretch. All the kids, got to get there with Dad. All right, Logan. There you go. He says, put me up on the car, Dad. Here you go, bud. Congratulations. Great run here tonight. I know we had a couple of the top contenders up there, but, hey, that's racing. That's the way it goes, you know.
Sometimes you got to go from the back to the front. Woo!
Man, and you did. You worked your way up from the back of that field, worked your way up to the front, hung on for those last 3 laps. Great job here tonight. I know you have a lot of sponsors, people that helps you out on the car.
Yeah, I got to thank Josh Helm. He helped me out a bunch on the car. I think he finished probably right behind me.
Yes.
I got to thank Bobby Jackson's Trading, CNC Auto Glass, Hammer Collision. I got to thank my wife, too. Whew.
Yeah, it's great with having the kids down here tonight. Winner tonight, Logan Headley. There you go. Joshua Ali gets the pictures for you here tonight. Your winner tonight, Logan Headley, current points leader. And here we go. Your mod lights as they dive down into 1 and 2. Michael Rafferty takes the lead on the high side, but here comes Dylan. Dad right behind him in the 64. So there's the 2 sons and Dad. Here comes Ed Griggs on the outside. He's in your top 5. Justin Rafferty just behind them in the 75. Ed Griggs slides up to the high side. Right now, it's Dylan Rafferty, your race leader. Michael David Rafferty just behind him, but Michael David and then Ed Griggs up in the 4th now. Keep an eye on the 47. Feature winner here last week. He gets side by side with David Rafferty now. But Dylan starts to pull away just a bit from his brother in the 41. Dad just behind them in the 64, but Ed Griggs now on this high side. Ed Griggs in that 4th spot. Then it's the 98 of Jeff Rafferty, your top 5. And then Justin, his son behind him. Cody Miller in the 7. Kevin White, the 33. There's your race leader, Dylan Rafferty, starting to pull away from this field now. Here comes Griggs, though, to the high side, takes that third spot away. Ed Griggs now, good action here for that third spot as Dylan starts to pull away. Ed's committed to that high side, doing a good job up here. He does take that third spot away now. Gets in front of David. Let's see if he can move up into this second now as we get into some lap traffic up here. Guy in the 17, Kyle Guy. So Dylan Rafferty, yellow flag comes out, spin here with Gillette and a 0-2 out of turn number 2. Single foul. We'll set him up on a single foul. Reset the field for you with Dylan Rafferty 6 laps down with your race lead. Michael in the second. See how Dylan started to pull away from the field, as he does here several times. Dylan Rafferty on the restart. Clean and green, here we go. David to the high side. Dad's fishing up there, trying to work his way around. Now Griggs in the 47. Michael still in second. Here comes Ed Griggs, gets a nose in down in turns 3 and 4. Has to pull back there just a little bit. David up on that high side. See a low and a high line again here tonight at Central Missouri Speedway. Good smooth racing surface with Dylan Rafferty, your leader right now. So Dylan, Michael, and now Ed Griggs. Ed Griggs up into that third spot. Ed goes outside of the 41. Let's see if Ed can get around Michael. Not able to make it stick there. Now David goes down low. Ed Griggs to the high side coming out of turn number 4. Gets a good run out of that turn. Still in that third spot, it's Ed Griggs now. Gets in front of the 41 of Michael, but slides up high. Michael and David back to that low side again. Ed Griggs, but your 46 of Dylan Rafferty here. 11 laps remain, 9 down. Ed Griggs trying to figure a way to get around Michael in that 41. Gets a nose in front of him in turn 2, not able to make it stick, and then Michael comes back to him. But Ed Griggs, let's see if he can make this high side work now as he tries to close in on that second spot. And then it's David Rafferty in that 4th spot. 5th, Jeff Rafferty. 6th is Justin. Kevin White in 7th. Mark Lane in 33 and 8th. Cody Miller in 9th. That's your top 9 right now. But your race leader on the back stretch hitting into turn number 3. Ed Griggs slips back to that 4th spot now. Committed to that high line right now as some other drivers down on the low side, specifically David Rafferty. Now Griggs trying to get around him again now. Yellow comes out here. Yellow in turn number 4. Off the berm here in turn number 4. Coming back up on the track. 75 of Justin Rafferty. Oh, no. Yeah, the 75 of Justin Rafferty. Dylan Rafferty leads him down the front stretch. Flag flies. Here we go. So Dylan, Michael, David, and then Griggs, Jeff, and Justin Rafferty, your top 6 cars here right now. As Griggs goes back to that high side. Said everybody's down low. I'm going to try to pass him up here. Can't get by him on the low side. You got to go somewhere. So he says, I'll go with high side. Tries to get around David. But right now it's Dylan, Michael, and David Rafferty. Now Justin sticks a nose up there in the 75. Gets by his dad, moves up into the top 5. Still Dylan, Michael, and David Rafferty. 5 to go this time across. 4, Dylan Rafferty, Michael, and now Griggs now. Ed Griggs back up into that 3rd spot with David Rafferty. So Ed Griggs trying to make this high side work. Looking pretty good here so far. He won a feature last night at Green Valley Speedway. Up into that 3rd spot now. Good battle for 3rd now between him and David Rafferty in the 64. But your race leader, the 46 of Dylan, then Michael Rafferty, David, Justin, but here's the 47 of Ed Griggs on that high side. David Rafferty takes that third spot. Back and forth between those two drivers as they get up in the lap traffic. Now your race leader into 3 and 4. This will be 2 to go this time across. White flag next time for Dylan Rafferty. Dylan, your race leader. Good battle still here for third as Dylan stretches out his lead, a full straightaway lead with Michael Rafferty second. And now David Rafferty in a battle for third. Justin in behind them as Griggs slowed up just a little bit in that lap traffic. Let's see if Griggs can do anything to take that spot back away. But your race leader as he comes out of turn number 4 in the 46 car, it will be Dylan Rafferty, your winner here tonight. Michael Rafferty, David Rafferty, and Ed Griggs, Justin Rafferty, David Rafferty, Kevin White, Mark Lane, Cody Miller, and Tyler Farrell, your top 10. So again, for Dylan Rafferty, your top 3, it'll be Dylan Rafferty, Michael Rafferty, David Rafferty. 4th goes to Ed Griggs, and 5th to Justin Rafferty. This will be Dylan's 4th feature win this year. He gets up and out of the car. Give him a hand. 4th feature win here this year, Dylan Rafferty. There you go, Dylan. Get you cooled off just a little bit. Good run. Once you got to the point out there, you just kind of walked away from the field. Looks like you got her hooked up in a good run tonight.
Yeah, we had kind of the first few rows locked out with the Raffertys there, so I don't know where everybody ended up, but it's a fun race.
All right, good run here again tonight. Your 4th feature win, Dylan Rafferty.
Good luck.
20 laps side by side. On the start here, it's Mars. It's Jake Richards on the front. Here we go. Richards on that outside as they get through the turn. Here comes DeFoster now. 2 and 3 wide here, 2 rows back. But right now, Jake Richards, Mars, Foster, Smith, and the 94 Wiebert, your top 5 as Richards goes to that high side, takes that lead away coming out of turn number 2. Here comes Dakota Foster now to the low side. Still Mars in that 2nd spot, 94 Wiebert and 99 Smith, your top 5 on lap number 2 as they go across. 20-lap feature event here at Central Missouri Speedway tonight with the B-Mods. Yellow comes out in turn number 4. It's the 08 car of Scott Pullen. Scott Pullen here. Now Scott, talked to him in the pits tonight. First time back out. Foster, Don Mars, Ebert, Smith. That's your top 5. 2 laps in the book, so 18 to go with Richards down the front stretch as your leader on the restart. So Richards, Foster, Mars now drops back to 3rd. Smith and Ebert now. Ebert now moves up to 3rd. 92. Knott's back on the track here in turn 2, but it's Richards, your race leader. So Richards, Foster, Ebert, yellow with Jonathan Knott's in turn number 4. Jonathan Knott's, single foul. Behind them, Stouse and Grindstaff. There you go. So Richards brings him down out of turn number 4 as your leader, Foster, Ebert. Let's see what Smith now can do on this high side. Gets by Mars. Smith up into that 4th spot now. Brad Smith, always strong here at Central Missouri Speedway. Mars looking pretty good tonight in the 9 car. Stouse just behind him. And then it's Grindstaff in the 14 and the 05 of Jeremy Lyle. So back to your leaders coming into 4. Richards, keep an eye out on that 5, Dakota Foster. Foster with a feature win here earlier in the season. Always strong here in the Big O tires, number 5. Jake Richards still your leader. So Richards, Foster, Ebert, 4-time champion. Jacob Ebert in the 94. Then it's Smith, Mars. Now Grindstaff with the C3 of Stouse as they get together coming out of turn number 4. So 13 laps remain, 7 in the books here with Richards, Foster, Ebert, Smith, Mars, Grindstaff. It'll be Chad Stouse, Jeremy Lyle, Caleb Bray, and Blake Pierce. 16.10 as the 11 goes around. Polson in turns 3 and 4. Nolker, I believe, in the 99. Nowhere to go for him as he slides. Foster, Ebert, Smith, Grindstaff in 5th. Mars, Stouse, Lyle, Caleb Bray, and Blake Pierce, your top 10. Brockway and Bobby Russell just behind them as the green flag flies. Here we go. 8 in the books, 12. Let's see if Jake Richards can hang on tonight. Smith, the one car that's testing that high side up there. I've seen Brad Smith do this before. Debris up here. Debris and turn up on the high side. Low and high in turn 1. Debris on the track. I believe that came off the 99 of Nolker. Yes, it did. Off the 99 of Nolker. That was probably the bumper on the front. An single file restart now. We give them a couple chances at the Delaware double restart and then go back to single file. Here comes Richards. Leads them down out of turn number 4. Your B-Mods. 12 laps remain. Let's see if Jake Richards can hang on. See the bottom feeders down here in 1 and 2 on the low side, also in 3 and 4, but Brad Smith jumps up to that top, trying to find some moisture, something off the cushion on that top side. Brad Smith in the 99. So Richards, Foster, Ebert. Now Grindstaff, as he challenges for that 4th spot. Now here comes Grindstaff with Smith still on that high side. As you go through the race here, you might see Smith start to make up some of that distance on your leaders. Turn number 2 now as there looks like Blake Pierce didn't catch the number on the other car, but I see Blake Pierce in the 16. All right, the 7J, Jake Richards brings him down. Back to racing again here. 11 laps remain. So Richards, Foster, Ebert. Here comes Smith up to that high side again with Grindstaff behind him. There's your top 5. Richards leads them as those bottom feeders. This will be halfway this time across. 10 to go. So you can see that low side. Smith trying to make it work as he goes through this race. Gets a little bit, trying to look for some moisture up there, up against that cushion. Let's see if he can take that 3rd spot. He's starting to close in on Ebert now in the 94. Here comes Smith. Slowly but surely here. Brad Smith on that top side. Ebert trying to hang on to that 3rd spot. That's where your battle is right now with Richards, your leader, Foster. Smith and Ebert here for that 3rd spot. I think Smith might have taken that one that time. It is Brad Smith in 3rd, Ebert, then Grindstaff, Don Mars, Lyle, Chad Stouse, Brockway, and Cody Bray. Back to your leaders as they come out of 4 with Richards, Foster. Now Smith up to 3rd. Let's see if he can overtake the 2nd spot. Smith making the move up high. The rest of these guys are pretty much down on the hub. On the bottom, looking for a little moisture down there as well. But right now, Smith making it work up high as Mars goes up there as well. Lyle. Don Mars in that red number 9 all the way up on the top. Coming up into lap traffic. This is 5 to go. This time across for your leader, Jake Richards. So Richards, Foster's they get into lap traffic. Look out. Yellow flag comes out here out of turn number 2. I believe that's Bray again. If it is, his night will be done. So I believe Caleb goes, yes, it is. All right, let's see if Richards can hang on. Smith starting to make something happen up there on the top side. Let's see if Brad Smith pops up there again. I wouldn't be surprised. There he goes. 99 of Brad Smith. Will he have enough laps to close the gap on your leaders? So green, white, checker, white flag will come out this next time for Richards. Foster, Smith has got to hammer it down now. So will Jake Richards in the 7J. Here comes the white flag out this time for Jake Richards, Foster, Smith, Ebert, and Grindstaff, your top 5. Let's see if Foster has anything left as they come down into 3 and 4. Smith on that high side. Doesn't look like he'll have enough laps left. It's Jake Richards as he comes out of 4. Your winner tonight, Jake Richards. Foster, Smith, Ebert, Grindstaff, Stouse, Lyle, Don Mars, Chris Brockway, Cody Bray, Bobby Russell, Jonathan Knott, Skylar Nolker. Your winner, Jake Richards. Performance, Nitro Lubricants as he gets up and out of the car, Jake Richards! All right, Jake, come on up here, bud. Get to cool down here a little bit. There you go. Hey, great run tonight. You had some fast cars up there behind you, but you hung on well, and it looks like you got some things figured out on the car.
Yeah, Jason, Asylum Race Cars, we weren't no good last week. He come over Sunday, spent all day. We found a few things. Obviously, he's a lot better. My wife, she's been keeping me positive because I've been pretty down on myself the last couple of weeks. Been kind of a rough year. Lost my dad at the beginning of the year. Lost my wife's grandmother. I dedicate this to both of them. So.
Well, congratulations. I know you have a lot of folks that help you out on the car, Jake. Really good race tonight.
Yeah, Fast Lane Engines, Asylum Race Cars, Jan's Lawn Care, Farmhouse Customs. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to do this.
All right, congratulations, your winner tonight, Jake Richards. Those Asylum KRT cars are fast this year. Congratulations to Jake Richards. Night. 15 lap A main event again. Carter Hammond's on the front row. And street stocks underway as they dive down into turn number 1. Hammond's on that outside with a good run. It's Carter. So Hammond's and Carter. Wood on that outside. Nathan Vaughn in the 12. Here comes the 30. Clayton Campbell, your top 5 on lap number 1. So Eric Hammond scored as your leader. Carter, Brett Wood, Nathan Vaughn, and Campbell. Behind them, Champney in the 6 car. Jerry Schmidt, the 11 car. But right now, it's Mark Carter as he comes out of 4, gets a good run. Mark Carter, your new leader. So Carter, Hammonds, Nathan Vaughn in that low side-by-side action as he tries to move up, gets by the 7. Brett Woods. Here comes Nathan Vaughn in the 12. Nathan Vaughn now. Right next to Hammonds, but Mark Carter your leader. So Carter, Vaughn, and here comes Brooks again. But Nathan Vaughn gets that good acceleration coming out of turn 2 down the back stretch. Up into second now. Here comes Nathan Vaughn. So Carter, Vaughn in the Shark chassis, by the way. That's Mark Carter's car from last year, I believe, in the 12V. So Carter, Vaughn, as Champney now in the 6 car pulls down to the infield, and the number 6 pulls off the track. But Mark Carter trying to hold off Vaughn here. Nathan Vaughn, and a spinner. Out of turn number 2, Jester in the 51. So on lap 5 there, side by side, there we go.
Five lap car complete, by the way. 5 minutes and 6 now.
Woo, as Ferris and the 30 of Campbell get together on that back stretch, and now trying to hold off Nathan Vaughn is Mark Carter. Vaughn gets a nose in down there in 1 and 2. Let's see if he gets that acceleration again. Oh, and we have Kevin cars getting together. Jerry Schmidt, the 11X. Yellow is out for Schmidt there, and low in turn number 2. So let's see if Mark Carter can still hold him off here. Same chassis. Here we go. So Vaughn again gets that good run down into 1 and 2. Here comes Nathan Vaughn. Nathan gets a nose in front of Carter coming out of turn number 4. Let's see if Carter can hang on. No, it's Nathan Vaughn. Carter and Hammonds. Now the 30 of Clayton Campbell gets down below Wood in the 7. Here comes Clayton Campbell now. But your race leader, Nathan Vaughn. 8 to go that time across. 8 laps remain. So Vaughn, Carter, Hammonds on the high side. And it's Campbell with a good acceleration out of 2 now. Campbell may take that 3rd spot away. Here comes Campbell. Good battle for 3rd right now. Clayton Campbell takes that spot away from Hammonds as Jimmy Go in the 60 car goes around in turn number 4. Yellow comes out.
Saw that everything. The 00 was into him and did not lift.
So Vaughn.
Was into the 60 and did not lift at all.
So and green flag in the air as Nathan Vaughn brings him down. Carter now trying to figure a way to get around. Campbell to the high side coming out of turn number 2. Campbell, Hammonds, and then Brett Wood, but your race leader, Nathan Vaughn, trying to hold him off. Will Nathan Vaughn be able to make it 2 in a row? Had a good battle with Campbell last week. Here comes Campbell now in the 30 car. Campbell right next to Carter there coming out of 2, but still Nathan Vaughn. Nathan Vaughn as Eichelberry goes around in the 09 in turn number 2. Chad Eichelberry. Hello, Nick Whalen started 16th. Up to 6th. So good run for Nick Whalen tonight. And here we go. Nathan Vaughn trying to hold off Carter as they come down through there again. It's Vaughn, Carter, the white flag out, Campbell to the high side, Wood, and then Ferris. Will Mark Carter have anything left here on that last lap as he goes high side now, tries to get a run? Let's see what happens here with Nathan Vaughn. Nathan hangs on. It's Carter, Campbell, Wood, Ferris, your top 5, Whalen, Brooks, Eichelberry, and Jester, and the 5/8 of Eric Hammonds. On your winner tonight. We'll come down and get a quick word in with Nathan now. Has that good run out of turn number 2, accelerates down that back stretch. Got that nose in. Of course, the Shark chassis against the Shark chassis over there of Mark Carter, of course. But another good run here tonight. Nathan just held on there at the end.
Thank you very much. That was a lot of fun. I knew I was getting in the corner. It was a lot faster than Mark was, but we were getting off about the same, so I knew I just had to keep getting in there. I was going to wash him up out of his line. I was going to be able to get under him, but it was fun.
Yeah, great run here again tonight. Nathan, 2 weeks in a row. Congratulations, Nathan Vaughn. And Lyle, Schultz, Carrick. Here we go. So Fuquay down to that low side, Wyman to his outside, then it's Lyle and Schultz. Carrick, your top 5. But Darren Fuquay, and now the 90 is Schultz says, hey, I'm going to go high side. Nobody's up there, so here I go. We see this quite a bit with the 90 of Terry Schultz as several cars get together again here in turn number 4, including Jimmy Dean Eaton again. Looks like the 0 of Richard Lane as well. All right, as they come out of turns 3 and 4, it'll be Fuquay down this front stretch. There we go. Fuquay, Schultz on the high side. Fuquay, Schultz, Wyman, Carrick, your top 4. So, Darren Fuquay, Schultz, Johnny Wyman, good run. The 1K of Carrick, 16 of Lyle, 75 of Gunnar Martin. There's your top 6 cars with lap or 2 in the books now. Still Fuquay starting to pull away a little bit from the field here. Now it's the 1K of Carrick right next to Wyman and coming out of turn number 3. The 1K Tim Carrick in that Vanderbilt chassis. But Darren Fuquay high up in turn number 4, trying to get some moisture up off the cushion up there. Also as Schultz, now Carrick dives down to the low side with Wyman, Lyle, your top 5, and then it's Gunnar Martin. Gunnar challenging there with the 16. Now Lyle goes up high. Schultz pounding the high side in 1 and 2. Carrick, and now Lyle says, oh, I'm going to try that high side as well. Wyman, Gunnar Martin, still your leader. Darren Fuquay with 5 laps in the book. Schultz, Carrick, Lyle. Now you see your drivers kind of settling in on their marks, trying to hit their marks now. You'll see Fuquay go high and then dive about halfway. This time he goes a little bit higher in 1 and 2. Schultz staying up there, but Carrick trying to make something happen down low. So Fuquay, Schultz, Carrick, Lyle, Martin, Wyman. Then behind Wyman, it's Schweitzer in 6th, Potter 7th, Jimmy Dean 8th, Dow 9th, and Terry Bivens 10th. So good run by the veteran Terry Bivens, first night out in that car. But here back to the front, it's coming into 3, your race leader. And coming up, getting close to the lap traffic now. But here, watch this 1K of Carrick now. He's making something happen down on the low side, trying to close in on the 90 of Terry Schultz. Tim Carrick. Up into lap traffic now. We'll just have to watch this with Fuquay. Lap traffic there with Crump and also the 0 of Richard Lane now. It's Schultz and Carrick, still Lyle and Gunnar Martin, your top 5. We'll go back to Fuquay in turn number 4 now in the middle of lap traffic. So Fuquay with almost a straightaway lead there. He's hitting that high side now, just like Schultz. Carrick drawing down to the hub on the low side, trying to close in on the 90 of Schultz now. Here comes Tim Carrick. Let's see what happens in lap traffic. Look out. Schultz might get locked out here. Schultz now with Tim Carrick. The 1K takes that second spot away. Right in the middle of that lap traffic, Terry Schultz. So tough break there for Carrick. Loses that spot. Now it's the 1K of Carrick. Here's your leader, the 87 down into turn 1. There's second place. The 1K, the 90 is Schultz. The 16 of Lyle and the 75 of Gunnar Martin. Johnny Wyman behind him. Rodney Schweitzer, Potter, Eaton, Dow. But here's your leader again in the turns number 2, coming out of 2 with Jimmy Dow just behind him. Your race leader, Darren Fuquay. Darren down to the low side, gets by Dow in the 88. But The 1K and the 90, there's your top three. Fourth goes to Lyle, and fifth to Gunnar Martin. Still back to your leader coming out of turn number 4 now is Jimmy Dean Eaton gets a little loosey-goosey coming out of 4 there, so watch for these lap traffic drivers. As Fuquay moving away from the field. Now Carrick says, well, can't do anything down low. I'll go up to the high side, see what happens there. Terry Bivens there in the 5. First night out for Terry. Glad to get out and get racing again in that 5 car. Terry Bivens. There goes Schultz by him. Back to your leader. It's the 87 of Fuquay getting by Potter now. Kurt Potter there in the 11P. But your race leader with 7 laps to go now. It's the 87 of Fuquay. Here's second place in turn number 2 as your leader goes into turns 3 and 4. So Fuquay with a strong lead right now. Carrick got just a little bit loose up here, high in 3 and 4. Schultz. Now a battle down here with Gunnar Martin. Gunnar Martin gets by the 16 of Lyle for 4th. Gunnar Martin moves up a spot. So it's Fuquay, Carrick, Schultz, Martin, and Chad Lyle, your top 5, as Chad drops back a spot there. Let's look back to your leader coming into 4 again. So this will be 5 to go this time across for Fuquay. So Fuquay walking away from the field here right now. Carrick, the 1K second, the 90 of Schultz third, Gunnar Martin 4th, and 16 of Lyle in 5th. There's your top 5 as your leader comes across the front stretch. So Fuquay, 1K of Carrick, still in the middle of lap traffic, as in all these cars in the middle of traffic, so we'll see how it comes. White flag, I believe, will come out this next time across for the big-time bail bonds out of Marietta, Kansas, the 87 of Darren Fuquay. Darren Fuquay just has to hang on to it here over the last few laps. Darren with the white flag in the air. Darren Carrick in second. $90 of Schultz, 75 of Martin, and then 16 as your winner, Darren Fuquay. The 1K of Carrick, the 90 of Schultz, 75 of Martin, and Lyle, the 16, your top 5. Johnny Wyman up there in 6th. Kurt Potter, Rodney Schweitzer, Jimmy Dean Eaton, Jimmy Dow, and Terry Bivens. $1,000 to win tonight for Darren Fuquay out of Marietta, Kansas area. Tim Carrick and Terry Schultz are top 3. Got into that lap traffic, got into that mode, and great job tonight by the 87 car. Your winner tonight, Darren Fuquay. All right, Darren, good job there tonight. Gets congratulations from Earl Walls. Great job there tonight, bud. Good running once you got by to the lead. Got into the lap traffic and just held your line pretty well.
Yeah, I hope nobody was counting us out. We've had a fast race car. We just haven't been able to finish. Drive shaft issues, my own fault. Trying to think outside the box a little bit, but it's good to finally finish and to win. We'll take it for sure. We need it.
You bet. I know you got a lot of great sponsors on the car and people that help you out.
Yeah, I got to thank everybody. Big Time Bell Bonds, Paisley Farms, the Airport, Weekly Trucking, Kansas Powertrain. There's a whole bunch of them I'm going to forget, but all my crew that helps out through the week and at the racetrack, I couldn't do it without everybody's help.
All right, congratulations tonight. Darren Fuquay, your winner. Again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for choosing Central Missouri Speedway as your dirt of choice on Saturday night. Have a safe drive home tonight, and God's blessings to all of you.